Yeah. Okay, good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's safe and well. Welcome to our post-match press conference against Chelsea. As always, please raise your hand if you do want a question. We will be doing West Brom questions afterwards, which will be embargoed until 1 o'clock tomorrow. We'll try to get through as many as we can. We'll start with Ali Gold. Ali, you've got the first question tonight.
Hi there, Jose. Can I just ask you what you've made of the performance tonight from your players, and also what you were asking or talking to the referee about as you walked off the pitch?
What was the first part of the question?
Just what you made of the performance.
The performance in the first half was inferior to Chelsea. They had the initiative, they had the ball. We were in very low positions. It was difficult to control the way they were moving the ball and finding players in between the lines and the fullbacks very, very wide. But the reality of the first half is that with them being superior, was a penalty that decided the first half, and that decided in the end the result of the game. In the second half, we were much better. And because we were much better, they were not superior at all. And was for them then to be with the lower block and trying something in counter-attack. So I believe in the second half, we deserved more than what we got. And the second question was what? Something referee.
What happened? What did you say to the referee at the end of the game?
What did I say to?
Yeah, what you asked the referee when you're coming off the pitch.
I told him something that he knows already, which is I consider him one of the best referees in the Premier League, and I have how do I say care? I care for him. Yeah, he's a referee that I have a big admiration, and that gives me probably a good position to tell him that I didn't like his performance. So it was basically like that. I have a very good relation with Andre, and that gives me a good position to tell him that I didn't like the performance, just that.
Okay, we got Paul Gilmore. Paul?
Hi, Jose. What specifically didn't you like about his performance? And also earlier in the season, the team was scoring a lot of goals. They looked confident. What are the main differences, do you think, between then and the current spell?
Well, Reguilón means something for our attacking football. Harry Kane means something for our attacking football. Gio Lo Celso means again for our attacking football. Good Dele Alli that we didn't have yet, but we hope that we can have in the future, means something for us. And not just what they mean, they also mean that we don't have many options to rotate players. And in the end, you finish with people with some signs of fatigue because of the accumulation of matches, because you don't have so many players to rest. The second thing is confidence. The confidence levels are very, very important to play football. And when a team doesn't have good results, when a team is a period with the results are not good, you need that click back to go back to normality. So for me, it's a little bit like that.
Okay, go with Sammy and then Matt, and then we'll move on to a West Brom preview. Sammy, you're first.
Okay. Jose, you mentioned the confidence there. It's difficult to obviously rebuild confidence when you're not winning games. What can you do what can you do personally, or what can you do on the training pitch to help boost the morale?
Look, I think we did that. We did that after Brighton, because for me the Brighton defeat is a defeat like this one is 1-0 the same way, but is a defeat with a different feeling. I think we managed to change in between the group some things, and I believe the reflection of the second half means something for me, and means something I believe for the the group. I don't like to speak about Harry Kane and company and other guys, but you know what they mean also for the confidence of the players. The reality is that since Liverpool half time, that is very difficult for us to connect certain dynamics. We tried without Vinicius against Brighton. We tried today with Vinicius on a 2-up. We tried today in the second half with him as a target man, and then with 2 wingers and a number 10. We are trying to go on the search. But I saw togetherness, and it's not easy to see togetherness with bad results, with defeats, with difficulties, with injuries. Togetherness is very easy to show when you are on a high, when you are winning matches, when everything is amazing. But in difficult moments, it's more difficult to see that togetherness. And I saw that in the second half. No doubts for me.
Okay, Matt, last question on Chelsea, then we'll move on to West Brom. Matt?
Hi, Jose. You named the attacking players who would help you, obviously Reguilon, Harry Kane, Gio Lo Celso. You didn't name Gareth Bale, who you did have on the bench tonight and decided not to bring on. What's happening with Gareth, Jose? Because it's a tough one for us to understand. It's a tough one for fans to understand.
I'm doing my best. He's doing his best. Everybody is doing the best.
Okay, we're going to move on to a West Brom preview now. Dan, the first question, please.
Hey, Jose.
West.
Hi, Jose. It's the first time since 2012 that the team's lost 3 consecutive league games. I mean, do you feel under any pressure now?
I put pressure on myself every day. I don't need others to put pressure on me. I put pressure on myself every day. So 3 years, how do you say? Since 2012 without 3 defeats in a row?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Since when without a title?
1961.
Maybe I can give one.
Okay, John Cross.
I was just going to sort of add to that, Jose. It feels like it's a very big week coming up. You know, you've got the Everton Cup tie, followed by Man City. Obviously, that's beyond Sunday. Just how important is it that you can rebuild the confidence that you need for such a crucial period of time? Which, you know, as you say there,
the most important thing now is West Bromwich. I don't even want to think about Everton or about City. I think is after City. Yeah, after City, we go to Austria again on Europa League, which is a big competition for us. That we have, of course, good expectations in that competition. But I don't even want to think about that. I want to think about West Bromwich. That's a big game. Sometimes big games are just against the top 6 or the London derbies or whatever it is. Other times, big games can be games like this. It's a big game for West Bromwich because they need a victory. They need points. They need to survive. They need to get out of where they are. It's a big game for us because we need to leave the position where we are, which is not a dramatic position like theirs is, but it's a very bad position for us. We have to leave it. We need to win. We need to break the dynamic of 3 defeats like you saw. So it's a very important match for us. But the reality is that until the end of the month, we have great motivations in front of us. Europa League is something that since the beginning we put a lot on. I cannot forget that we had to play how many games to qualify for the group phase, and games with 2 days in between, traveling around Europe to do it. So we want, the team wants, and the team is waiting for that, and maybe the squad needs that. But let's focus on West Bromwich because it's the next match, and as you say, after 3 defeats, we have to win against West Bromwich. We cannot even think a different thing.
Okay, take 2 more. One from Jerry and then finish with David Heitner. Jerry first.
Hi, Jose. Has Dele Alli got a chance of playing at the weekend?
No. I think from all the guys injured, Reguilon, Dele Alli, Lo Celso, Harry Kane, I think the first one to be back will be Harry.
Okay, last one from David Heitner. David.
Jose, we all know what a quality player Harry Kane is, but surely you're not the Harry Kane team, and other attacking players have to look at themselves right now.
No, it's always the old story of a team is not a player. A team cannot depend from a player. Other players, they have to step up. That's the reality of things. But there are players that are special players in the different teams, and even the biggest teams in the world. When a player X is not there, they miss it. We can have many examples of what these players mean for certain clubs and for certain teams. And for sure, Harry is very important for us because he leads, he creates, he has dynamics of closed eyes with Sonny, for example. But of course, other guys, they have to step up. To be honest, today Vinicius tried his best. He could score his goal. I'm happy with him. Period. I don't want to say much more. I'm happy with his efforts. The other guys, part of Sonny, we know that they are not goal scorers. They are not the kind of players that, as attacking players, they can score 8, 10, 12 goals in a season. We know that these are not their characteristics. So we have to fight with what we have. And against West Bromwich, with Harry Kane, without Harry Kane, we have to go. We have to win that match.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone.